Now, let me talk about the quote unquote continuity issue of Daredevil Born Again. So, when fans jump from season 3 of the original show to the revitalized Born Again, time has both passed in the real world and the show. Over half a decade has gone by, which means many holes and gaps need to be filled. Some of these gaps can be filled in with their many MCU cameos in Spider Man, Hawkeye, She Hulk, and Echo. In exactly what order? I'm going to assume chronologically Echo's fight against Daredevil takes place during the blip, and everything else you could kind of throw in wherever. The timeline gets even more confusing in a sense, like when does Fisk have the time to take Maya Lopez under his wing? It can't all take place during the blip because that was only 5 years and Lopez was a full grown adult by the time she encountered Daredevil. It's very obvious that Disney slash Marvel had no initial intention on bringing the past continuity into Born Again before the overhaul. While they were placing Cox and D'Onofrio in various MCU projects, the team didn't really think about the timeline and what it meant to the overall narrative, which is why when Born Again received an overhaul, the new team leaned into the past material more. I mean, I don't know why they didn't do that from the start because fans were going to associate Cox and D'Onofrio with those versions of the characters. Although I enjoy many of the Marvel Disney Plus shows, none of them have come close to the peak that is Daredevil on Netflix. Yes, even Loki. The show does a sloppy job explaining how Fisk got out of prison because he was acquitted, but how exactly? Nadim is mentioned, so shout out to him, but his death gets undone by Fisk roaming free and now elected as New York City's mayor. I'll be honest, I'm not that hurt by Nadim's death meaning nothing in Born Again. Obviously, he's one of the best original characters in any comic book movie slash show, but I'm also a comic book reader. I'm used to jumping into new stories and having the sort of quote unquote status quo be reset to zero. Would I have liked the narrative continuity from season 3 to Born Again make more sense? Absolutely. But given the circumstances of using previously shot footage and splicing in new scenes and new episodes at the beginning and end, Dario and the rest of the team did their best to tie everything together. It's messy, but it somewhat works.